After 60, your body starts working differently in ways most people don't warn you about. Digestion slows down, inflammation rises more quickly. And small everyday food choices can suddenly affect your joints, your energy, and your gut. And one of the most overlooked triggers behind these issues is beans. Most seniors are told beans are heart-healthy, rich in plant protein, and good for blood sugar. And that's partly true, but the full story is more complicated. A large portion of the beans people eat after 60 can quietly increase inflammation, irritate the gut lining, block nutrient absorption, or cause bloating that lasts the entire day. The good news is this: not all beans cause problems. Some varieties can weaken older digestion, but others can actually support your stomach, improve energy, and help you age with more strength. In this video, I'm going to break down for beans that tend to cause trouble for seniors, for beans that are generally much easier to handle, and the simple science behind lectins. Mineral absorption and gut irritation. Stay with me, because by the end you'll know exactly which beans to remove from your kitchen and which ones you can use as daily tools for stronger aging. Let's start with why beans become risky for many older adults. Beans contain natural plant defense proteins called lectins. Lectins are not automatically dangerous for everyone, but they become a bigger problem when digestion weakens. With age, in your 20s and 30s, the gut lining is thicker, digestive enzymes are stronger, and the protective mucus layer in the intestines helps prevent irritation. After 60, that protection changes. The mucus layer can become thinner, the digestive tract becomes more sensitive, and the helpful bacteria in the gut often decrease. When lectins hit a weaker digestive system, they can stick to the gut lining, create tiny irritation, and trigger inflammation. And that inflammation doesn't always stay in the stomach. It can show up in the joints, in energy levels, and in that older than I should feel heaviness many seniors describe. This is why someone can eat beans for years with no issues, then suddenly start getting gas, bloating, and fatigue after the same meal. It isn't your fault, it's biology, and once you understand it, you can adjust it. Now let's get into the beans that commonly cause the most trouble after 60. The first risky bean is the red kidney bean. Kidney beans are extremely high in lectins when they are not cooked properly, and many people eat them in ways that don't fully destroy those lectins. Slow cookers, canned blends, cold bean salads, and certain soups can include kidney beans that were never heated to the temperature needed to neutralize lectins. Kidney beans need a full, rolling boil for at least 10 minutes before continuing to cook. Slow cookers don't reach that level of heat, which is why they're especially risky. For older adults, even small amounts of undercooked kidney beans can irritate digestion. The bigger issue is what happens next. The gut lining becomes inflamed and absorption drops. Seniors already struggle with lower absorption because of age-related changes. Kidney beans can make that weakness worse. Many older adults notice they feel heavy, tired, or mentally foggy after a kidney bean meal, but they never connect it to the beans. The second problematic bean is soy, especially processed. Soy isn't harmful for everyone, but for many seniors it can create digestive issues and contribute to hormonal and thyroid stress. The soy most people eat today is not slow-cooked soybeans prepared the traditional way. It often comes as soy burgers, soy nuggets, soy sausages, soy bars, soy powders, soy drinks, and textured vegetable protein. These processed forms contain isolates and anti-nutrients that can interfere with mineral absorption. Soy also contains compounds that may affect thyroid function, especially in people whose metabolism is already slower, and since hormone balance shifts naturally with age, some seniors find soy make stiffness, fatigue, and digestive discomfort worse. Many people believe soy is a perfect protein solution, but in processed form. It can leave older adults with slower digestion and unpredictable energy crashes. Fermented soy like natto or tempeh is different, but most Western diets don't use those regularly. The third bean that often causes trouble is the black bean. Black beans look healthy because they contain fiber and minerals, but they're thick. Outer skins can be hard for older digestion to break down, especially when intestinal movement slows with age. When black beans sit in the gut longer, they ferment more aggressively, which can lead to gas, pressure, bloating, and that drained feeling after meals. The issue isn't only fiber, it's the combination of lectins, resistant starch, and tough skins. Younger adults often digest this without much trouble. After 60, the same meal can leave you feeling heavy for hours. If you've ever eaten black bean chili or a burrito bowl and felt uncomfortable the rest of the day, your body was giving you a message. The fourth bean to be cautious with is the lima bean. Lima beans contain a natural compound that needs proper cooking to neutralize. Commercial lima beans are regulated, but seniors who undercook them or cook them in slow cookers may not fully break down what needs to be removed. Beyond that, lima beans contain complex sugars that require strong digestive enzymes. After 60, the body produces fewer of those enzymes, so lima beans can cause intense gas and bloating. This is why some seniors stop eating beans completely after one bad experience. They assume all beans are the problem when it's often just a few varieties that are too demanding for older digestion. Now let's move to the good news. Not all beans increase inflammation. Some legumes actually support digestion, reduce irritation, and provide clean protein without overwhelming the gut. These four options tend to be much friendlier for adults. Over 60, the first helpful option is lentils. Lentils cook quickly, contain fewer lectins, and are naturally easier on the stomach. They soften easily, and their smaller size makes them much simpler to digest. Lentils provide plant protein along with iron, potassium, folate, and magnesium nutrients that support muscle strength, nerve function, blood pressure, and recovery. Many seniors who switch from heavier beans to lentils notice less bloating, clearer thinking, and smoother digestion. Lentils also stabilize blood sugar, which makes them especially useful for pre-diabetes or diabetes. The second helpful bean is the chickpea. When chickpeas are soaked and cooked properly, they're one of the easiest legumes for older adults to handle. They offer gentle fiber that supports bowel movement without irritating the gut. Chickpeas also feed beneficial bacteria, improving the microbiome, which plays a major role in inflammation, digestion, and immunity. They're also rich in magnesium, a mineral many seniors are low in. And when chickpeas are blended into soup or hummus, they become even easier to digest. The third helpful option is green peas. Many people forget peas are part of the legume family. Green peas are easier to digest than large beans because their skins are softer and their starch breaks do. When more gently, peas provide protein, fiber, and antioxidants, including nutrients that support eye health. They often don't cause the same discomfort seniors get from black beans or kidney beans. They also help with appetite control and weight maintenance after 60 because they keep you satisfied without heaviness. The fourth helpful bean is the mung bean. Mung beans are widely considered one of the easiest legumes to digest. They cook quickly, break down smoothly, and are gentle on the stomach. They contain fewer lectins than heavier beans and include antioxidants that can soothe digestive inflammation. In many traditional food cultures, mung beans are used specifically to support gut recovery. Seniors who switch to mung beans often report less gas, lighter meals, and steadier energy. Understanding which beans harm and which beans help becomes A long-term strategy for healthier aging. Seniors who choose the wrong beans may deal with constant bloating, digestive discomfort, and unexplained fatigue. Seniors who choose the right beans often feel more comfortable, more energetic, and more in control of their digestion. The goal is not to fear beans. The goal is to respect how digestion changes with age and choose foods that work with your body instead of against it. Now let's go a little deeper into the science of lectins. Lectins aren't poison in small amounts. The problem happens when they meet a digestive system that's already weaker. After 60, the stomach often produces less acid, the pancreas releases fewer enzymes, and the gut lining becomes more fragile. Lectins from tougher beans can attach to the gut wall, reduce mineral absorption, and trigger an immune response that increases inflammation. And that inflammation can show up in surprising ways. Some seniors notice joint stiffness, others feel brain fog, others feel heavy, tired, or drained after eating. Many people think they suddenly developed food allergies when it's really lectin overload combined with slower digestion. If you want to keep beans in your diet, preparation matters a lot. How you soak and cook them changes everything. Soak beans overnight when possible. This helps reduce lectins, phytic acid, and the sugars that cause gas. After soaking, rinse thoroughly. Then cook at a full boil, not a slow simmer, especially for beans like kidney beans and black beans. Slow cookers are not ideal for those varieties because they don't reach the temperature needed to break down lectins properly. You can also add digestion-friendly spices like ginger, cumin, turmeric, or bay leaf. These help reduce gas and support digestion, and for many seniors, blending or mashing beans makes them easier to tolerate. For the gentler legumes, lentils, chickpeas, green peas, and mung beans, even simple preparation is usually enough. They soften easily, absorb well, and provide steady energy without overwhelming the gut. The long-term goal is balance. You don't need to avoid all beans, you just need to avoid the ones that your digestion can't handle well anymore. The wrong beans create inflammation and discomfort. The right beans support strength, energy, and long-term health. After 60, what you eat affects everything: your muscles, your gut, your energy, and how you feel day to day. Choosing the right beans is a simple change with a big impact. This is your body. These are your years. Choose the foods that support you, never the ones that hold you back.